I'm one of the very few engineer producers that consistently do both, kind of on an equal level at all times. So my schedule, even last night, I was in the studio for like 13 hours, and then I woke up and started working on music. Like, it's just, I find that if you really want to do something, you'll dedicate as much time as possible to doing it. So maybe I'm a rare entity in that sense, where I've always kind of tried to find time to do everything I've wanted to do. But I'm just thankful, man. I'm blessed, and I'm in a very good position right now. It's been a very good year for me and my team, and I'm just happy, you know, to be able to consistently work, because there's a lot of people that are unable to work right now and are trying to find out other ways to do stuff. And this industry can be so rough on people at times with deadlines and trying to figure stuff out, that you have to make time to do what you want to do. Well, I would say that I'm very thankful for Wholesale. But once again, I'm one of the very few people that have been blessed to be in studios as a young kid. I've had real world experience before I even went to school. Since I was 13, I worked in studios and stuff, not even knowing what I was doing. I just happened to be around studios and stuff, and it kind of just worked out. But this day and age, knowledge is so accessible. School taught me how to network, how to meet people, how to talk to people, how to navigate around the industry. All my closest business friends that are in high power and everybody that I work with, I met in school. So I think college is a very beautiful thing, but it also comes with a big financial burden. And in this specific industry, I'm talking about as a producer and engineer, not as a music business person, but specifically in like the recording and the engineering and the production side of things, YouTube University is a beautiful thing. Anything you want to know, anything you want to learn, if you know how to ask the right questions, if you don't know, there's always other ways to like figure out what questions you should know. You can find out anything. The technical side of it, like how to route a console in a studio, you might have to dive a little deeper into that kind of stuff, but no one can teach you how to make a hit record. I'll tell you that right now. No one can teach you how to make a hit record in terms of like through a book. But if you sit around it, if you watch videos, you know, I catch myself watching some online entertainment blogs that engineering blogs that I'm very interested in. Just hearing the knowledge. Oh, why'd they use this plugin? Or what's a reverb? Or what's a delay? Or what's this? Or what's that? You can read that in a book. But if I told you put a delay on that vocal, but you have no idea what a delay is, you're not going to really catch a grasp to it. And that doesn't necessarily come through internships either, because like some of the times in our field, when you get started, they have you being a runner. You're not even really in the room. You know, that's why I say YouTube's a very powerful vessel where you can actually sit there and learn some of this stuff. So it's kind of a double-edged answer for me. One, I do think school is a powerful utensil for anybody that's trying to get knowledge. I'll never downplay college because of what it done for me. But I would also say that it's 2020 and you have access to anything you want to know. You know, you can easily get it. Yeah, so just be vigilant. As if you know what you want to do, if you don't know what you want to do, anything you can find an answer to is on the internet. Not necessarily in the sense that there's anything that I wasn't sure or unsure about that has come into fruition, into light, only because I learned from every experience I go through in the studio. I don't really take any experience as a bad experience in the studio. Even coming up, let's say my very first session ever, was I nervous? Sure. Did I probably mess up? Sure, but I was able to learn from that. I learned from the room, which is why I'm so like, everybody's like, oh man, how did you get into this? Or what would you want to do? Or how can you learn from that experience? How can you? I'm just like, hey man, whatever happens in this room, and I'm going to learn from it. You know, it's, you can't get too hung up on the details, man. Like, you can't get too attached to one record or one session, because we're knocking out hundreds of songs a year. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, you got to be able to keep moving, keep learning, and keep growing. That's why I love what I do. And that's why I love working with so many different genres and so many different people. I learn from everyone every day. And yes, I'm not going to say that certain things aren't challenging at times, but you fight through it, you know? And believe me when I tell you, it just happens. You know, I can't explain how it happens, but when you fight through and you just sit there and you soak it all in, a beautiful thing will always be the outcome of it, you know?